Hi, I'm Rajesh and welcome to another edition of Logging with Rajesh G. How are you guys doing today? I hope all of you are doing great and I hope it continues that way. In one of my previous vlogs about relocating from Kerala to Bangalore, I gave a brief about my house hunting journey, but I promise that I will make a full vlog on it. So, this is that vlog for all of you. So, when I was informed about my new client location, the first thing which I did was to circulate that location to all my friends. And I told them, can you please look for houses within this vicinity? And they all started the job through online. But couple of my friends, they even, reached out to their friends and asked them to search houses offline. But in this entire house hunting process, there were two people or two of my friends who really helped me. First was a very dear friend of mine, Shashi. So what she did was, she told Rajesh, these are the basic amenities which you should look for in your house. First, car and bike parking, power backup, security, to name a few. The reason why she told me to look for these basic amenities were, because apartments were available without them, which I countered during my house hunting. Second was my friend Miraj. So when I landed up in Bangalore just for 2 days, he was supposed to take me on a Sunday, but I landed on Saturday. So he told Rajesh, I'm free today and tomorrow. So if you want, we can start the house hunting today itself rather than keeping it for tomorrow. I said okay because I didn't have vehicle, nothing. So we drove from his location to around 25 kilometers to where I currently stay. We started hunting for houses, but we were not able to find anything. Reason, the people in this vicinity were more into to-let board culture rather than the online culture. And that was the reason I was finding it difficult to find a house online. So hence what we did was like I asked him to park his car at a place because it was not possible to enter on the lanes and by lanes with car. So he used to park his car. I would go to the nearest tea shop, inquire about the houses. Then I would walk through the lanes to figure out whether houses are there. I spoke to multiple people and then some tea shop owners, so everybody was giving me the numbers of some brokers and everybody. I shared my number because I was very desperate. I wanted to close this house hunting before I leave. So I was desperate and I was willing to take any measures to complete my mission. So during this house hunting phase, I don't know how many lanes and by lanes I have walked through, and there are one or two houses which I visited, but it didn't meet up to my expectations, and I was not very comfortable because I didn't get that vibe to stay there because it's not a decision of a day or of a week like you do it in a hotel. It's like I'll be staying there for more than a year. So I wanted to be very sure about the place where I'm going to stay. So, I was exhausted, tired, hungry, as well as hopeless. And I was about to leave the location when I saw a to-let board, or my friend saw a to-let board and he asked me to call. I said, see, I've already called so many people, nothing is happening. I said, just one last attempt. I called up the owner, he was not picking up the call. I was like, he's not picking up the call. I disconnected the we sat in the car, he turned on the engine. Immediately, the owner called me. And I told, I came across a to-let board and I'm looking for a house. So he told, this is the rent. I said, okay. And I asked him, can you see the house? He said, yeah, more than welcome. He directed the security of the building to show me the house. I came, I saw the house, and I was like, okay, I wanted to see something more in house hunting thing. But my friend told, Rajesh, currently you are not in a position to do more house hunting because you want a house desperately, and I have seen this house which is much better. It meets all your requirements barring one, because I wanted a 1 BHK house. This is a 2 BHK house. So he said apart from that it's all fine. You have all the amenities which you had in your checklist, so better go for it. And I was still reluctant, should I not, but he pushed me to finalize on this house. I met the owner, I paid him the token advance, as well as I informed him about my tentative date of moving in so that he can get the house cleaned and all the other stuffs which are requisite for me to move in without any, last moment surprises or any issues, because I was very clear I don't want any fightings, no such. Let the previous tenant be informed when they are moving out and when I am moving in, and there should be a gap of minimum 48 hours to do the entire cleaning stuff, because when I want to enter the house, I want to enter a clean house and not a dirty one. I was very sure on that. Today, when I have moved into this house, I'm very happy because, yeah, it's a very spacious house for one person to live in. But I can host parties here. I can ask my parents to come and stay as long as they want. And more importantly, the vibe of this house is amazing. It's like well-lit house. The security is amazing. The owner is amazing. And my owner is a person who just don't ignore the pains of the tenants. What he does, if I raise a request, he ensures it that it is resolved. And the entire credit for this house goes to Miraj, because I literally didn't want it to step out of the car, but he said, "Go, this is the last chance, go, see at least." And today also he says, "You know what, you wanted to go back, you were so tired, but it was me who pushed you to see the house and you finalized and you have moved in. So you need to give something in return to me." So he has asked me a gift which I have already booked, but I told I'll give it to you when you are here in this house and we will party together. I would like to share few house hunting tips which really helped me. First was budget. And one more thing, please don't be adamant on budget that I only want house in this budget, because the house where I have shifted in rather, it is a little slightly on the higher end of my budget, because I was not getting what I wanted and I desperately needed a house. So that's one thing. Please fix a budget. Fixing a budget is good, but if in case you have to raise it, please don't be hesitant if you have found what you really want. Amenities check. I have already told in the blog what are the amenities. If you want to add more, you can add more. But yes, here also one more thing. You may not get all the amenities, and if you think one or two amenities can be adjusted or managed, please do the adjustments. Third most important thing, before you come to the city for house hunting, do your research. Like, check for the location, do your online research, register at multiple, renting websites and all those things. Talk to your friends. So you will have, plethora of suggestions coming from multiple places. And, it will give you a rough idea of the place or the kind of house you may find in that locality. Talk to the HRs of the company, because HRs also know that you're coming from a different city. You don't know the place. So what they will do, they will talk to the admin function of the organization. You just need to connect with them, tell them this is your budget and all those things, and they may help you find the house, because these people are already residing in that vicinity. Take their help and don't be hesitant. HRs are more than willing to help you, but you should take the first step. Last but not the least, don't hunt for houses too far from the office. Initially, try to make it within 5 to 10 kilometers. I preferably 5 kilometers. And later on, once you get, acquainted to the place, or once you're familiar to the place, you can look for houses which are far off. But for the time being, keep it within 5 kilometer range. It's an advice. Rest is your wisdom. I hope this video was informative for you. If that's the case, you know the drill by now. Like the video, share the video, post your thoughts in the comment section, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel. So until my next video, bye bye, take care, and wish you all a happy Diwali.